Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. Good morning, because it's morning over here in Philadelphia. But I just want to share this because I thought it was very, very important. Self-love is important, and I didn't learn about self-love until probably maybe a few years ago. And we walk around thinking we love ourselves. But when you really sit down and self-reflect, you be like, no, I'm not loving myself. No, I do not love myself. Because you could tell whether or not you love yourself based on the decisions that you make in life concerning your mind, your body, and your spirit. But he made a valid point when it comes to relationship and having kids. And I'm speaking from my own personal experience. He said something like, how can you say you honestly have knowledge of self and love yourself when you lay down with an individual who does not love himself, that does not have knowledge of him or herself, and then you produce a child? What happens to that child? That child repeats that cycle of not loving themselves. How can you love your children when you don't even love yourself? When you don't even have knowledge of oneself? How can you teach your child to do better when you're not even doing better? So many people are not loving themselves, and you can always tell because they're out there chasing someone else to love them instead of loving themselves. Women fighting over men. That's not loving yourself. Men fighting over women. That's not loving yourself. Women and men staying in unhealthy, toxic relationships. That's not loving yourself. Why would anybody want to be with someone that does not respect them, that does not value their worth, that does not honor them? Why would anyone want to be with a person like that? Because we don't love us, because you don't love yourself. And that was something that I really had to think about. Am I truly loving myself right now? Did I get to that point? Or do I still need work? And I had to think. Self-reflection is a good thing to do. I'm not completely loving myself. I'm not in an unhealthy relationship, and that's great. But you cannot love yourself when you lay down with a man or a woman that doesn't treat you right, that lies to you, that manipulates you, that use you. But they will say they love you. Because those words fly easy out of people's mouths. A lot of people say they love you, but don't even love themselves. And if they do not love themselves, how can they love you? They can tell you that. Because people love to hear themselves speak. But ask yourself, do you love yourself? What type of people are you attracting in your life? What type of relationships are you allowing yourself to be in and stay in? Think about it. And then you bring a child into this world that turns around and repeat that cycle. Loving yourself and knowledge of self is the most important thing in your life. Who's greater than you? Who's more powerful than you? I have learned a lot of valuable lessons over these last 2 years, and I just thought that I'll share that with you. How can you say you love yourself when you are laying down with a person that doesn't love themselves, but you are looking for love in that person instead of loving yourself? Knowledge of oneself is the key to a happier life. What are you listening to? What are you viewing? What are you putting in your body? Who are your friends? Who are the people you're hanging around? What is your environment like? All things that you have to take a look at. Because a lot of us say we love ourselves. But when you really do a self-reflection, you are lacking. And you can't keep saying, oh, my mom was this and my father was this, my father wasn't there, my mother wasn't there, as an excuse to not become the best version of yourself. Those are lessons that you should take and learn from so that you do not repeat history when you have your own children. But knowledge of self is very important, and loving yourself is deeply important. Lessons learned, God is idea.